Hi, and thanks for joining me to see what video games just barely missed my top 5 favorite video games of all time. I have 4 games here that really left an impact on me when I played them, so here are the runner-ups. First, we have Rocket Knight Adventures, which was released in 1993 only for the Sega Genesis. It was an action side-scroller game made by Konami, which also made Contra and some other games. The story is that you play as the rocket-powered possum Sparkster, who goes off on an adventure to save Princess Sherry from the evil Axel Gear and a pig empire. You use a sword and a rocket pack to get around the level and defeat enemies. It's very fun, very fast. It was definitely inspired by Sonic, and the game can get very difficult very quickly. After about the 3rd level, things really start to heat up. There are things that will instantly kill you in one hit instead of killing you in a few. This game has 2 sequels and a spin-off. The spin-off was simply called Sparkster, and it came out on the Super Nintendo. Sparkster Rocket Knight Adventures 2, however, came out only for the Sega Genesis. In 2011, there was another sequel called Rocket Knight, which was released on PS3, Xbox 360, and Steam. Another game that missed the list was StarCraft. This was released in 1998, 1999, and 2000 for PC, Mac, and N64 respectively. This is a sci-fi real-time strategy game. I've found no other real-time strategy game that I like to play because of this game. This game is just the absolute best. The story revolves around 3 different races. There's a human race called the Terran, an alien race called the Zerg, and another alien race called the Protoss. During the story, you meet different heroes and villains from all the races. Pretty much every mission is to either defeat all the other players or bring either a hero or an artifact from point A to point B. It's really interesting, really fun, and some of the later missions can get really, really hard. The multiplayer is fantastic because not only are there maps that Blizzard has made, but users can make their own maps with their own rules. And yeah, there are a lot of maps out there where they rig them, but some of the matches can be really, really fun. This game got an expansion called Brood War for PC and Mac. And also there's a 3-part sequel called StarCraft 2. There's Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and a 3rd unannounced part that will focus on the Protoss coming out. Wings of Liberty has already been released, and Heart of the Swarm will be released in 2013. My 3rd game that just missed the mark was Sonic Adventure 2. It was released in 2001 for the Sega Dreamcast as the 10th anniversary game of the series. It was re-released in 2002 as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube, and also an HD version was released for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. A Steam port will be coming in 2013. This is a 3D action platformer. There are 3 types of gameplay here. You have speed sections, shooting sections, and treasure hunting sections. There are 2 different stories. In each story you play as 3 different characters at different times. In the hero story you play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, whose goal is to stop Dr. Eggman from destroying the Earth. The dark side story circles around newcomers Shadow and Rouge, and also Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman explores a secret base that had his grandfather's secret project hidden in it, which was Shadow the Hedgehog. Eggman then releases Shadow, and both of them plan to destroy the Earth. This game is very fun. I've put hours and hours of gameplay into this game. It's very replayable because each level has 5 different missions, and there are also these extra bonuses called Chow Gardens where you can raise your own virtual pets in 3 different areas, and you can race them and even make them fight each other in the Chow Karate. This game doesn't really have a sequel, but it was definitely an influence for the horrible game Sonic the Hedgehog for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. The final game that missed the mark was Portal 2. It was released in 2011 for Steam on both PC and Mac, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. This is a 3D puzzler first-person shooter game that features a gun that opens 2 different types of portals. The story is that Shell finds herself awakening in the Aperture Testing Center again. She befriends a new robot called Wheatley, who accidentally reactivates Gladys, who plans to kill you with testing again.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been?
You obviously have to escape the testing center. The game starts off very simple, very easy, and then very quickly increases in difficulty. The game is about 3 or 4 times bigger than the first Portal. It's a massive success, and I would not be surprised if they eventually made a third one. There's also a co-op mode which can be played offline or online, and there's a small story in it that takes place after the single player story. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed knowing the games that just missed the list, and I hope you come back to watch my #1 favorite video game of all time.
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster.